Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, the seekers and soul journers of truth, 144, chosen of the chosen few, 36 Niners, the whole God crew. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am celestial earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than dimension number 5. And I got this light. For some reason, I'm noticing this beam of light at my throat. It's like, say it, say it. So I'm bringing you the news to infuse if you so choose to infuse with this light. And I got a goodie for you. I got this message in my bones today, in my meditation as I sat outside, that it's not for us to fight evil, but it is for us to know evil. And it's so put the flip on it. We may have to do a part 2 to this, but I have to say it and get it out now, that it puts the whole flip on the whole Adam and Eve story. It is for, let me say that again, it's not for us to fight evil, it's for us to know. That means there is a purpose and an intention for us to exist here, to know evil. Because it is not about fighting it. It's like to understand that that opposition, or what we call evil, is part of our existence in the experience. It's part of the assimilation of this experience as we come here as souls to have an experience, to return onto source. And the way to know the oneness, see, I ain't lying, and the way to know the oneness is by having an awareness of the opposition. It's when you're aware that there is opposition, then you can truly know what that one mind source consciousness is, and you can truly operate in the existence of the principalities throughout the mansions of worlds, through the evolving world of time space reality, from time space to space time reality. This is deep. This is esoteric. Like it flipped the whole perspective, because we're all taught from the beginning of time through that creation story that Adam and Eve was not to eat from that tree. That tree, and they did say there were 2 trees, if you paid attention. You can eat from the tree of life, but you cannot eat from the tree of good and evil. Why would that be so? Why would they have a creator, the creator of this story, the creator who they have created to be the God in this story? This is the demiurge, y'all. It's like it brought the whole fullness of the Sophia story back again. The Sophia, the feminine, that they tried to make look bad, to say she was in search of evil. She represents wisdom. And it is to have wisdom to know the difference between the two. Y'all know that serenity prayer. God, give me the courage to change the things I can change. The what is it? The you know what it is. I always mix up the first part. To change the things I could change, or to have the serenity. It's the serenity to know the difference between the two. The courage to change the things I can, and the courage to change the things I can't. Something like that. I'm not even going to go into that right now. But that's the important part, to have the wisdom to know the difference between the two. That means wisdom knows good and bad, evil and good. Why would it be wrong to know evil and good if God is all good? What wrong could it be to know good? Why didn't he just, this how you know they tell on themselves too. Why wouldn't you just say, don't eat from that tree because you're going to know evil? It said you're going to know good and evil. You're going to know evil and good. It means you need to know the harmony of duality. You need to know the difference to practice the harmony of duality. Because when you know what is not, when you know evil, then you know what you should truly not be, so that you can know what you should truly be. And that is through the experience of time. And it was revealed, Ashe, it was revealed to me through the whole experience in time, that this is for us to know. This is our experience, that we come to know, to be in the wisdom. Wisdom and knowledge is the harmony. It's one thing to know something, but it's another thing to have wisdom about it. They didn't want in that story, they didn't want us to know good and evil. They didn't want us to have awareness of wisdom, through wisdom of good and evil. And they used the woman Eve to be the seeker after evil, when really to understand that story, the flip of it is that the woman, the feminine, represents the wisdom, and that she is supposed to know, she's the wisdom that is supposed to know evil and good, because the wisdom is going to tell you what is good through experience. As we experience life and time, we come to this school of life to have an experience. And experience teaches what? Wisdom. This is deep, but it's simple at the same time. If we utilize these simple concepts, you will see how in re-looking at that story, we were brainwashed from the beginning of time to think that this is a sin, to think this is evil, to think that by you knowing evil is wrong. And it's actually quite the flip. It is actually quite the flip, and it is part of our experience to know it, so that we can experience, through experience, have true awareness as the ascending souls that we are, so that as we ascend through time, from this world to the next world to the next world, as we go on through time, we will be in true alliance with divine order. We will be in a true allegiance with the principalities, divine principalities, without corruption, because we will just do it out of free will. Through experience, you will know that you know that you know what divine will is, because you know the difference, because now you know evil, so your wisdom teaches you the difference. You're here to practice that harmony of duality. There's one thing to know knowledge, but it's another thing to have wisdom that separates the knowledge, separates what you know in knowledge, to separate the knowledge of let's say self and arrogance, which is the demiurge, the arrogance of the lion over the serpent, over the sensation. There's all these symbolisms in it, because the demiurge usually represents symbolically the lion head over the serpent. And the serpent represents the feeling. So with the arrogance over the feeling, you can't operate in the true qualities of the divine feminine, which is the feeling. But with that arrogance over the feeling, it can't really be in its true essence of feeling and sensation. To feel through wisdom, to feel, experience allows you to feel it. Who feels it knows it. You feel it through experience, through the sensations of life in and of itself. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. So we are actually here. We got it all backwards, y'all. You see the things we got to unravel. This is the stuff that we got to talk about, that we'll be going deeper into the halls of Amenti. Those who are with me in the halls of Amenti, we going to be dissecting this some more. And I wanted to at least share that as it came to me today in meditation. Hey, we are here to know it. Do not run from it. Do not fight it. And those of us who are ascending through time, we're realizing, you're going to realize that this is not a fight about good and evil. We got it all backwards. It's really, the fight is really to allow ourselves to know good and evil. We're here to know it, so that we have a true experience in time. So that whole story was a demiurge setup, putting itself as the creator to create this story, to create this garden, and literally put you as a prisoner, to say, hey, don't look at that. It's like they don't want you to know. Hey, don't look at that. Don't look at evil. No. To steer you away from our purpose. It is our purpose to know it, while we're here going through the experience, in this realm of experience. And it wants us to say, no. It gave us a story so that we all always in fear. That was our first implant of fear. to walk around always fearing evil and fearing to know evil, when that is what we are supposed to know. Not to be it. Hear what I'm saying? Not to be it, to know it, so you can know what not to be truly in your true free will. Because if you don't know, you're going to fall for the trick and you're going to end up being it. That's the trick. It doesn't want you to know it because it wants to be able to subdue you. It wants to be able to trick you and be able to be a parasite and be able to continue to have control through its arrogance. So of course, in its story, it's going to place itself as the creator that says, hey, don't know that. Knowing darn well that's what you need to be knowing. Make it make sense? I don't know. I know it's not just me. This was a beautiful, beautiful share. So let me give with you before I go. Ooh, 9 on the 2 on the 9. Look at that number. Harmony of duality within spiritual existence. 929 on the clock as soon as I said that. And that's harmony of duality. What are we talking about? Harmony of duality between the two. Within spiritual completion. It is spiritually complete. For those who get this, it's a spiritual completion in time. Best believe it. Best believe it. So let me share with you what I got. This is the meditation insight, I'm going to say. So got this message. It's not for us to fight evil, but to know it. Right? Then it was revealed that the whole Adam and Eve story was flipped, and how their creation of God as a creator was a trap to keep them from this knowing of evil. If the purpose of this harmony of duality is to know it, then how can there be harmony if it is not known? Ponder on that. It dawned on me that the intentions of this demiurge was to block the knowing of evil, so there is no experience of this harmony. And to do so is to block the light of wisdom through the divine feminine. So the story of wisdom, the story of Eve as wisdom, wanting to know evil, is the truth of our path through the harmony of duality. That portrayed that. It's the actual truth that portrayed in a flip perspective, so that we would believe it is the great sin. So let me say that again. That was portrayed in a flip perspective so that we would believe it was the great sin and remain afraid. It is the first seed of fear that is implanted in our soul to block us from our spiritual goal. And so it is. So I'm going to leave that there. I just wanted to leave that little quick insight as I go in. And I still invite those who it rings to and true to for the walk through halls of Amenti. And it is this walk that is calling this revealing. These are one of the mirrored reflections of truth that is coming up. And I just broke an illusion. Not just for me, but for who it resonates with. So we just shattered another glass of illusion in the halls of Amenti. Again, if this resonates and you feel inclined, you can reach me at akilatextry@gmail.com. If you are ready to still walk through, please don't go to Divine Energy Gmail. It's Akila Textry. And that will get you through. For a calendar for this walk through the halls of Amenti, let's walk through and shatter these glasses of illusion. The veils of amnesia are, this for me, I feel like I could drop mic with this one. Like, we are supposed to know evil. Drop mic. And with that said, I'm going to leave that right there. Love you all. Each one, reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart and shine your light from the inside out. Be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light.